Do you think the other person is going to be intimidated, right? So they create a barrier. Right? So there's a saying, it's okay. Turn to the person next to you and say, it's okay not to be okay. Do you remember Columbo, the detective? He wasn't okay, but he solved crimes, yes or no? So sometimes we deliberately drop something on the floor and look a bit clumsy. It breaks the barriers. So what else? Sell the values. We talk about that. So when you're talking about the values, some values you cannot put a figure to it. Sentimental value. All right, you inherited a piece of land. Don't always sell the price. A lot of people in negotiation, they talk about the price, talk about the value. So how is this piece of land going to benefit you and your company? How is it going to help you expand? How is it going to help you build your brand? Does that make sense? Yeah. Number 30, red herring effect. We're almost there. We've got 6 more to go. Is this useful? Interesting stuff, right? Yeah. This one goes like this, red herring. It's this. So who actually just now, in the exercise, you increased the offer from, was it very quickly, who was this? 140 to 180, just like that. Right. That's a big mistake, because firstly, if you're going to increase the offer, you have to give a reason why you're increasing an offer. You have to justify your offer. Right. So the red herring would be, sometimes I'll say, well, my offer is 140, but you want 145. That's $5,000 more than what I'm willing to offer you. Right. So then, but that 145 is still okay. Right. So what you do is, you say, well, I'm going to speak to my partner, third party, and I'll come back. And if my partner says, it's okay, we're going to give you 145. The reason for that is, you have to create a reason. Or you can ask something like, are you going to leave the furniture behind? Because that becomes a red herring. The furniture now becomes the object of discussion, not about the 140, 145. Even if you don't want the furniture, you might want to get rid of it afterwards, but it's a red herring. So now the seller's thinking, oh, it's the furniture that he is really, that gets him to want to buy my house. All right, that's a red herring effect. What else? Do you want to know more? Yes. Oh, and 31, I think you've already got that. Always be test closing. Number 32, be really specific. Sometimes when you give an offer, instead of saying, I'm going to give you let's say £28,000 offer for whatever. Sometimes if you give an offer to £28,521.30, why do you think that's a better offer? It's not higher, but the psychology is what? You have thought about it. You've done your calculations. People do that sometimes, especially when you're going to buy furniture. They do this calculator. They know exactly what's the bottom figure they can offer you. They do this. I bought furniture recently, moved from a house, went to buy a big bed, and the guy would I just said, come on, just cut the crap, just give me a bottom price. 33, assumptions mother of all what? You know that. Number 34, hit it where it hurts. That sounds a bit awful. It's called hot button. Identifying someone's hot button is, you have to really listen. Why? What is really motivating the person to sell, right? When you ask a question, so why do you want to sell? It's like this is an onion. When you ask the service question, why do you want to sell? Oh, because I'm moving house, right? That's a service level answer, right? Maybe the real reason is this. Maybe my husband is run over with the local barmaid. That's the real reason. So if that's the reason, maybe that is the pain. So sometimes the hot button is what gets people to make a decision on something. Number 35, I call it back to the future. Back to the future means, I've already talked about it. If someone is actually behind with mortgage payment, the person is not being repossessed yet, then you're going to have to take him to the future. What's going to happen if you don't take action? You're going to have to paint the picture of someone being evicted, so you take the future pace, the whole scenario. So it's not just based on what is happening now. You can see there are a lot of skills involved in negotiation, yes or no? All right. And number 6 is that sounds pretty awful. Is to be an Oscar winner.